Welcome. In today's video, we're going to be unveiling a new booming crash scalping strategy that can be used to grow a small account. With this strategy, you're in a position to avoid spikes and trade booming crash profitably. If you're new to my channel, please kindly subscribe, like and share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we release new content. So let's quickly look at the settings that we're going to be making use of in this particular strategy. So I'm going to delete all the settings that are there on the chart so that we look at how we can trade this using this strategy. So let's quickly look at the indicators that we're going to be making use of. So we're going to make use of on the main chart, we're going to start with the moving average. In the moving average, we have a period of 200, shift to 0, method exponential, apply to close, then the star is going to be red, and we have 2 pixels. Then we click done. If you check on the chart, we now have this red line. That's our moving average. Then secondly, we're going to go under oscillators. Under oscillators, we're going to look at the relative strength index. So the relative strength index, we have the following settings. It will have a period of 1, apply to close, star blue. It can be the star of your background. So my background is white. I'm going to make use of white. But the reason why we want the RSI, it is basically for the levels. So we have level 10, level 90, and we also have the star. On the star, we have black. Then you click done. You will see that on your chart, we now have this on our indicator window. Then we're going to make use of the boost power. So we'll click and drop this boost power on this on the RSI. We have to drop it on the RSI because we want to use it on the RSI. Then we have the following. We have the parameters. We have the 14 period, and the star is black. So we've changed the default. It will be 13. So we're gonna change it and make use of what 14. We're gonna make use of 14. Then the star black, and then that's it. Then we go to the levels. With the levels, we have this one. So the default, if we reset it to be like this, but we'll add 0, and we want to change the color. We want to make use of the color red, and then we're going to make use of the second pixel because we don't want this one to have a dotted line. So when you're done, we click done, and now we have our boost power on the main chart. So if you're using a phone, this strategy will still work even if you're using a phone. So you just have to make sure that you insert the RSI first. After inserting the RSI, then you go under the indicator window 1. Then you also add the boost power. So let's quickly look at how we can make use of the strategy. So let me take you through some information that can be helpful. So the boost power oscillator, that's the signal that we're going to be making use of. So the boost power oscillator was developed by Alexander Elder and is fully described in his book titled Trading for a Living. So this is the boost power. It was developed by this guy, Alexander Elder. Then in this strategy, we'll be mainly focusing on the divergency signals that will be generated by this indicator. So this video is going to come in 2 parts. So there will be part 1 where we are just talking about the divergence. Then in the next video, we'll also be talking about something else. So with the divergence, when we're looking at the divergence using the boost power oscillator indicator, the first analyzed peak of the oscillator is lower than the previous one, and the corresponding price peak is higher than the previous peak. In addition, the oscillator must not fall below the 0 level. But in our case, I'll show you something that is totally different. We're gonna make some slight changes. Try to tweak it and include our own ideas. As you always know, we are always bringing out unique strategies on this particular channel. So now that we have this indicator, I'm going to explain how you're going to make use of this strategy. So with this one, we're just focusing on the 1 minute time frame, and we'll be using it for divergency. So we'll be using it for divergency. So most people they're always asking, what is the zoom level? So let's zoom out completely. Then if we zoom in once, twice. The third zoom level is the one that we're going to make use of. But in this case, I don't think the zoom level the zoom level is going to be very important because we are talking about divergence. So a divergence will occur when the price is making higher highs, like what is taking place at this particular level. You can see the price is moving up. But what do we see on the oscillator? We see the oscillator moving downwards the opposite way. So this is what we call a divergence. So we're going to make use of this indicator using the divergence method. But how then do we enter our trade? So one, we've talked about what is a divergence. A divergence will occur when the price moves in the opposite direction with the to the oscillator indicator that we have, the boost power that we have here. So that's how basically we're going to generate. So that's the first part. Then the second part, we're going to wait for price to cross below this red line, which is indicating our zero line. So when price then, when we have a divergence like this, and then price then crosses below this zero line, we are going to sell. So in boom, we sell so that we will be selling, so that we sell at this particular level. So we sell when price then crosses below the red line like this. And when that happens, we are going to take only 8 to 10 candles. Only 8 to 10 candles. So we can see here with a winning trade. So we'll be identifying divergences and trading divergence. You can see here the price is moving downwards on the oscillator on our indicator, but what we see here, price is slightly moving upwards. So that's a divergence. And then we wait for price to cross below zero level here. And where are we going to place our stop loss? We just place our stop loss just slightly above this high that took place at this particular level. For example, on this particular level, the high point was here. We're going to place our stop loss just above this level, because you would see that if you are going to be caught by a spike, the spikes are not going to be very big. Those are just spikes that can to scare. They're there so that they scare what, amateur traders. So like here, what happened? There was a small spike here. Then price just continued to move upwards. So our stop loss will be just slightly above this previous high that we had at this particular level. Then we take our 8 to 10 candles. Here we had a winning trade. So let's quickly analyze here. Like what I said, the spikes will be very small here, and then we take our 8 candles, then we exit. So let's look for another signal again. We can see at this particular level, the price was moving upwards with a series of what, higher highs. The price is making higher highs, but here we're having the price making lower lows here. So that's a divergence. And then we wait for price to cross below the zero line here, and then you can clearly see that we're going to take our 8 candles. This is how simple this strategy is. So we're just looking for divergences, and we're trading those divergences. Okay, let's look at this example. If you look closely, we can see the price is making higher highs, and here what we see, the price is now moving downwards, indicating that, so the oscillators, they are leading indicators. They can tell how price is going to move before price starts to make that initial movement. Okay, we can see here, like what I said, the spikes will be small, our stop loss will be here. So this then ended in what? In profit. Okay, so let's look for another example. We can see again here with the divergence. This is a divergence. And then here, what do we see? With price making high highs on the chart, on the chart, but here price is making lower lows. So we can see this is a game changer. And price, we can see we're going to take our 10 candles and we move down with the market. Okay, so let's look for maybe 2 more examples. Okay, we can see here we had price moving downwards like this, and then we also have price, we have a divergence here. So we're using the 1 minute time frame. We're using the 1 minute time frame, and what we see, we can see price then started to move downwards here. Okay, let's look for one last example. Let's look for one last example. Okay, we can see here that price was making higher highs, and here on our oscillator, price was making lower lows. And then we wait for price to cross below this red line, which is the zero line, and then we're going to take our candles. So you see, this strategy is in a position to avoid spikes. So the chance of you being caught by spikes are very minimal. Even if you are caught by spikes, the spikes will be very small. And in most cases, price will tend to move in that particular direction for a very long time. So let's quickly look at how we can use the strategy in crash. So let's quickly go to crash and check how we're going to. So we still have the same setup. Then we're identifying divergences. We're only trading divergences. So let's look for where we had divergency. So in this particular example, we can see price is making now price is now making lower lows, but here we see price making higher highs. So something like this, that's a divergency. And then we're going to wait for price to cross below the zero line, like what took place at this particular level. And then we take our 8 to 10 candles. So let's look for more examples, at least 3 or 4 examples. Then, okay, we have price here moving downwards here at this particular level. Let's see. You see here, it's in line, the peaks are in line with this one and also this particular level. And then, so we're going to look at the peaks on the oscillator, and we can see we had a divergence, and from there, here we had a small spike, but eventually our target was going to be reached here, and then price moved upwards. So the possibility of you getting 10 to 8 to 10 candles is very high. So let's look for more examples. Um, okay, let's look for another example. So here again, we had a divergence. We see price making lower lows, yet the oscillator is making higher highs. Waiting for the price to cross below the red line, which is our zero line, we're going to get our 10 to 8 candles. So let's look for more examples. So this is how easy it is to trade boom and crash using this accurate strategy. Okay, on this particular example, we can see price is moving downwards here. And on the oscillator, what do we see? Price is moving upwards. So that's a divergence here. We wait for price to cross above this zero line, and then we take our 8 to 10 candles. So let's look for one more example. Here we can see price is moving downwards at this particular level. But what do we see here? We have a divergence here. So here we're going to take our, when price crosses above this zero line here, we're going to take our 8 to 10 candles, then we call it a day. So this is how simple it is to trade using this particular strategy. So you can use it in all boom and crash indices. This is the one of the most accurate strategies that we have. Then if you are new to my channel, please kindly subscribe, like and share. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we release new content. So on this particular video, we have a promotion where if you comment and like this video, we're going to be giving out the Derif Milka, which was also created using the same analysis that I'm giving you now here. So I also created a trading robot that also follows the same strategy. So if you're interested in getting that free EA, just make sure that you comment, you like, you subscribe, you send me a screenshot on the number that is appearing on your screen, or the details that are there in the description. Make use of that number, send me a screenshot when you're done, then you're in a position to get a free Deriv Milka Booming Crash Scalping EA. So thank you guys for your time. Enjoy your day.